So one of the success stories I've had personally with a client I've worked with. So he started seeing me early January, almost pretty much a year ago of last year in 2019. And when he first came in, he had several injuries, particularly most of them were chronic, all over the place. So we've had a shoulder, we've had a hip, we've had a groin, we've had an Achilles, low back, all considering this is one person. So when he first came to see me, he was a very active individual in the past, but his injuries have limited him, and every time he'd go back, he'd get a setback from another injury. So when he came to see me, he wanted to get back into shape, but he was dealing with a lot of pain, so he doesn't know what to do and where to go. So basically when we started, it was a lot of slow work, but it was a lot of movement-based work, but just getting him back to reducing his pain. That was the first goal that we had. I remember when I told him, I'd get you pain-free in under 3 months. He looked at me as if, like, sure, whatever. I mean, it's like, okay, it's good to have these promises, but he didn't believe me, needless to say. Within 2 months, it's like his pain was just reduced to his groin, hip. We had taken care of his shoulder, his Achilles, his low back. And then his pain for his groin was starting to be a lot smaller. So already in the span of 2 months, we were already starting to see some changes. And then he was starting to get back into a bit more in action. Unfortunately for him, he sustained 2 injuries within the last year, which caused a setback for him, which caused a setback for our plans as well. And so we still kept at it, we still kept pushing. I worked with him, a lot of movement-based activities that we did. I pushed him hard. That's part of what our training as athletic therapy is to push our athletes hard, but also knowing the balance where what is too much and knowing what is too little, but being able to find that nice buffer, that nice balance between the two. And so I just saw him this today actually, and honestly, he's pain-free. He's back to climbing. He's starting to get back to soccer a little bit, once every 2 weeks, and he's starting to feel himself back again. He's starting to feel stronger. We're working on that. We're working on the conditioning aspect now. We're working on him, really pushing the max that he can, always making sure that we respect his limitations. So that was one of my success stories with this individual.